gosh. Alright, man. Night. Let me get this done. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this final daily review of this wonderful game here, Beyond Two Souls. It is an unbelievable, stunning game. So what I'm doing right now is at the end of every playthrough, every day of a playthrough, I've been starting to do this thing where I review the game as per what I've experienced that day, and in a final review, pretty much the whole experience of the game as a whole, so you can kind of see, as you know, some games might be fun the first time you play it, maybe you only play it for a few hours or whatnot, and then the next time you play it, it's not as fun, and then the next time you play it, it's atrocious, you know. And this idea came about when I was playing We Happy Few. So the first day I played We Happy Few, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me do, I have this podcast layout. Let me record a quick review. Day one review, initial thoughts. And then as I was playing the game, the second day I did it again. And then the third day. And then it was by the fifth day, I was like, this game, I can't play it anymore. So that gave me the idea of, I want to do that. I want to have that journey from start to finish of a game. Of how it feels, because I think just one review doesn't do it justice. Having a review of what you feel in the time, fresh off my mind. This is live, we're on Twitch right now, fresh off my mind. So let's talk about this game, Beyond Two Souls. This is an older game. I mean, not crazy old, but it's not the newest iteration of Quantic Dream releases, with them doing Detroit Become Human, which I played through first. I've been on a weird journey with this company, so just so you know, I played Detroit Become Human first, and then I decided, alright, the next game we'll play on the stream is gonna be Heavy Rain. So I went from their newest to their oldest, and then we played some different games and stuff, and We Happy Few, and I was like, alright, it's time. I'm emotionally ready to get back into a Quantic Dream game, because you cannot jump into a Quantic Dream game unless you are emotionally ready for it. You need to be able to have a day or two to recoup from a Quantic Dream game, because they're so amazing, they're so enthralling. You will be in the story. You are in it. You are a part of it. Your actions depict what's happening, and what's happening is not one direction. It's not one direction to pass, fail. It's just what's going to happen is going to happen. There are repercussions in Quantic Dream games where you might not win. And it's fine like that, because it's your own personal movie. And that's what's so amazing about those games. So that's why I'm going to talk about that first. That in this playthrough of this game, luckily, all three of my playthroughs kind of ended up okay. I mean, we lost Connor. Hashtag Connor. I'm so sorry. In this one, I mean, we didn't lose anyone in this one. Everyone, well, yeah, we did lose some people. Oh, man. On the farm. Oh, gosh. Alright, so we lost some people in this one. My bad. You can see it in the playthrough. It's on YouTube, it's on Twitch. But yet again with this game, what is amazing about these games is that you're a part of the story, and every one of them is kind of different. And playing Detroit Become Human first, and now playing this one third, I see in this one, Quantic wanted to add in a little bit of mobility into it. There really was a little sign that Beyond Two Souls has that capability, especially at the end where you see this apocalyptic world. This game definitely has the possibility of being I don't want to say more, because I feel like that would be disrespectful to this game, because I think this is a complete experience. It's a complete video game. It is a video game as is, but it has the ability to become different and become that third person kind of action video game, maybe with more movie cutscenes, or maybe even more of a mixture of the different types of video games, because I could definitely see myself playing the Beyond Two Souls storyline and world in more of a explorative, move around and actual do things in the world, or I could see myself playing a sequel to this even in this style. Honestly, both would be great. That's just me thinking out loud that well, maybe that would be interesting, but I can't wait. There's definitely gotta be a sequel to this. Quantic Dream, is there a sequel to this? Let us know, please. I hope there is. I hope there is. If there isn't, that would be really sad, because I think that That would be an unbelievable story. This post-apocalyptic world. We know that Aiden's back. Spoiler alert! I'm so happy when that happened. Y'all really know how to put, like, flip a switch and turn a page on yourself, you know, and make you really feel something, and then, you know, flip it all upside down and then make you feel something else, you know. But you're never feeling something that you're mad about. It's like, oh no, like, you get upset at yourself, but you don't feel like let down by the game because someone died, because you know you can play through it again and maybe do better, you know, and then they'll live or whatnot. But it's like, you know, shucks, you know, like when Connor died, that sucked. When I still can't talk about the 2 I let down yet. I still need a few days in this game. I can't believe I failed them. They could have survived. They could have survived. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. You watch the playthrough to find out who it was. You watch it. It's on the YouTubes and the Twitch. Golly. But this is, when I'm doing reviews, I also want to mention, should you buy a game or not? And I really feel that this is yet another one by Quantic Dream that buy it. If it's not on sale, still buy it. It's still cheaper than a $60 title, and you will have an experience that isn't a one-time playthrough story. You know, like, I don't find myself wanting to go back to, you know, even though this game was amazing, it was perfect, but God of War, I don't find myself wanting to be like, oh, I want to replay through that. But I still have that feeling of like, well, even though I'm a Twitch streamer, I mean, I do want to play different content and experience different content. I do plan on playing Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls, whether in my off time or when I get a chance to maybe even replay it on stream and try and do it differently, you know, or do it in a different way or with a different goal, maybe letting the chat pick things and stuff. Like, even aside from that, I just feel like I am going to be playing this again in my own personal time. You know, it was that much fun. It was that much of an experience that it's a type of story that I will play again. You know, and that comes from the fact that the endings and the journeys you go on do feel like they, you know, not just feel, but they will be different at the end. So I definitely say that this is a type of game. Buy it. Buy it if you got the chance. Have this on your hard drive. Have this on disc. Just have it available, because it's a worthwhile thing to play at the end of the day. You know, in comparison to some $60 titles that you're going to play once and put it down and, you know, wait for some DLC and maybe once in a while pick it up again. But, you know, what's the replay value? You know, not as much. So, amazing game, amazing experience, amazing story. You feel connected to characters in a way that movies can't even give you, because you're the movie. This makes you the movie. This makes you the one experiencing it. It makes you the one making it. You know, when you miss a button hit or a joystick maneuver, especially in this one where, you know, Detroit did have some stuff where you had to hit a certain direction or something, whereas this one you actually had to watch the characters, see where were their hands moving, where was their motion going to hit certain maneuvers and stuff. And if you didn't hit it in time, then you'll get hit, and if you get hit enough, you'll fail things, and, you know, people might die and you might lose characters and whatnot, which is what happened to me once. Golly, those two. But, you know, so there is, you know, this mechanic that's in this that isn't, like, in the same way, I guess, it isn't in other versions, you know, and that's just really, really something special, because it really is you making, you know, it is you doing the role, because you have to do the role at a certain time with the right direction and everything. It's you doing these things, you know, it's you making decisions, you know. It's not just you fighting like 20 things, getting to next spot, watching a cutscene, fighting 500 things, getting to next spot, watching a cutscene, you know. It's you in the cutscene making the decisions. It's you getting to the cutscenes or whatnot, and if you skip finding things, it's you experiencing the world. So if you skip finding things, it might change the story or make the story different. Like, there was one scene where I had to turn into Aiden, and if I didn't enter a certain room with Aiden and find a guy hiding behind a box, I probably would have been attemptively shot, and it would have made my experience harder when I was getting into the next part, you know, because then when I go back to Jody to enter that room, the guy would have been behind the box. I bet I would have had to do like a skill check on a button press or something, and, you know, what if he shot me? Then that would have made it harder for me to escape, and if it made it harder for me to escape, then what if I don't, like, escape that way? Or maybe someone has to save me and then they end up dying because I failed that or something. You know, there's all these different layers to it that you mess up one thing, it's like a domino reaction that makes other things harder that might lead to someone else dying and stuff. So it's like every little bit you want to check everywhere, you want to experience everything, and then in so doing that, you really experience the world, you really experience the game, you really experience the movie as what you're doing with yourself. And this way of doing video games is just stellar. It's just stellar. It's amazing. It's so nice and refreshing as a general gamer to, you know, be able to play something like this and see that the company is doing good, that Detroit Become Human did really well, that this did well, you know, and their games are getting better over time. So now I've played the middle, you know, time period of their games, and I could see that Detroit Become Human coming out after this has even gotten more elaborate with story and how these things happen and everything. It's just absolutely exciting. I can't wait for more by the company. I think the company is doing right by the gamers. It's doing right by the gaming community and innovating in ways that I hope the rest of the gaming world might learn from and integrate into what they do themselves. I think that games like Call of Duty could really do well to take a look at games like this and try and innovate what they're looking to, say, get rid of. You know, what they have gotten rid of in recent times. You know, I think that stories and video games go hand in hand, and in a world that multiplayer games are so large, seeing something as spectacular as this yet again and experience it, oh, it's just amazing. So, like I said, buy it if you don't have it. If you do have it, I hope that watching me play this has inspired you to play through it again. You know, we've had a few people in the chat since I started playing it that had mentioned that they've gotten all the achievements and everything. You know, that's amazing. You know, for a game to inspire you to do that, that's amazing. I'm so happy that people enjoy this game so much. You know, so definitely buy it. I love it. I hope you like this review if you're watching it on YouTube. I hope you like this review if you're watching it right now on Twitch, or, you know, if you're watching this in the future on Twitch as one of my past highlights as whatnot. All the links will be in the description there. We go live here. We do playthroughs. We sometimes play multiplayer games in the between time periods of doing playthroughs, and we do reviews to talk about the games. I hope you like the video. Hit subscribe, hit like if you're on YouTube, comment if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, you can comment too. Little chat box at the bottom right, you can leave a comment there. Tell me about your journey through the game. Tell me what you thought about my journey through the game. Did I let you down at one certain part where 2 people died? Golly. I failed them. Let me know what you think. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being on this gaming journey with me. It's all I want to do. I want to sit on the couch with y'all, and let's just go on a gaming journey. And golly, we really have gone through one on this one. Quantic Dream never lets you down. Never lets you down. Golly.